So I want to tell you something. And Cool Mom Records is a very unique record company. It's so different from any record company that I'm so sure that every artist in the world is going to want to be on Cool Mom Records. You understand? That's because of the model that we're using. We're Rastafari, and Rasta is God. So the kingdom of God is here, which means that we are now modifying things to actually fit the kingdom, which means that if we create wealth, the distribution of wealth must reach the people the way it's supposed to. You understand? Everybody's supposed to take part of it because wealth is common, see? So why that dreadlock sticking up like that? Let me just put it proper. Anyway, it's always been a problem to me how reggae music and bands would be talking about this unity and coming together and love, and then at the same time you hear some acrimonious splits and things like that which don't make sense. And the most famous of all, of course, is Bob Marley and the Wailers. And it's like, what's going on? For youths who are looking up to these artists, when you're looking for spiritual guidance and then you hear that those things are happening, it's very sad. Like the first time I read how the Wailers split up as a youth, I was like, what? Really? It happened? The first Wailers, the original Wailers, the one that Bunny Wailer right now is talking about, and he's got a point. Yet the other Wailers also got a point, and everybody got a point. You see, the thing is, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. You see, so the wealth is for all of I and I. So we've got to really push this thing home. So Cool Mom Records is designed to exactly do that, to bring everybody forward together again, or back together again, if you want to call it that. So the trip to Jamaica is also part of that as well. But I've got about 14 albums. I'm a serious songwriter. I've got about 14 albums, and some of them have been produced, some of them have not been. The one called Restoration, that one, the inspiration has come from His Majesty that one should be given to the Wailers, especially when I started hearing from Aston Jr. that the Wailers are coming back together, that certain members are playing back together. I've been in touch with Aston for a while, and I've also been in touch with Squidly for a while. Squidly Cole, who plays drums for Ziggy Marley. And I've put it to both Squidly and Aston way back that, I would love for the Wailers to come together so that they could be the official band for the walk from Cape Town to Cairo. And way back in 2008, I met Family Man in Barcelona. And we sat down and we spoke, and as soon as I told him I was going to do a walk from Cape Town to Cairo, he says, yeah, man. He says he used to know this Rasta man called Gabby. I think a Gabby who used to live by Bull Bay. And he said every time when Gabby talk, he said that anything where I have to do, it must be from Cape Town to Cairo. It must be Cape Town to Cairo. And I was like, wow. And we never really said much else. But I was invited to play with the Wailers that night in Barcelona. It was really nice, to sing a song. I sang Exodus. They had that brother Elan, I think is his name. So that was a great experience, you know. But so talking to Squidly and talking to Aston, when I spoke about the Wailers coming together, they said that why they just don't see how that could happen, not in a million years, And I was like, boy. But recently, the spirit of Jah, when Jah is ready, things start moving. Is my nose kind of pink? Anyway, the reason why I got these funny colors is because we got a photograph of a very beautiful lady here, my sister here. You can see her? I need to move this away out the way and try to catch it. There she is. So I'm always in doubt as to what name to call this lady because she keeps changing the name all the while. Mojiba, we're going to call her Mojiba for now until she changes again. But anyway, to keep it, that's why I always say Count Ozzy Pickney, She is the daughter of none other than the founder of the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, which is our Nyabinghi spiritual drumming, Count Ozzy. You see? So she's one of the founders of our record company, Cool Mom Records. I'm not going to talk too much about the philosophy of Cool Mom Records, but just know for sure that the empowerment of women is very important, and us kind of like stepping in and saying that, look, mothers have kept us together, mothers keep the economy going, and mothers are the best at really making dollars stretch so that kids get school fees and go to school and whatever. So if I was to make a business, if I was a smart businessman and I wanted to have a very competitive business, I would employ mothers. especially single mothers with many children. You know, if she's a single mother, the more children she has and she's single, the more I wanna employ her, because I say, how do you manage? If you can manage 5 children on your own, make them go to school and be clean and go to bed on time, and all those things, and doctor bills and whatever's going on, I don't know. Sometimes I even manage to take them on holiday. You know, those, obviously that's the people who can really run your business properly. So I was on a mission to find the cool mothers who can put together, and especially if they're doing something in the community, right? then then they're the type of people that I like. So now when I met this sister online, I've never met her physically. When I met this sister online, I used to see her a lot online. I said, boy, this girl, it's like, okay, she's always come with these philosophical things, and she's always posing in the pictures. And at first I really thought she was very superficial, because I'm thinking, if she's saying all these things, and posing with those type of pictures, it's like, what's she, is she for real? And then I realized later that, you know what, she's living it. She is being it. You are allowed to be posing and beautiful and to be real, spiritual. And she's doing a thing. So I kind of like tuned into it, and I thought, why, it'd really be cool. But that's to bring her into Cool Mom Records. But Cool Mom Records actually started because I don't really can't remember how this I became friends with Aston, I think in 2013, on Facebook while I was walking in South Africa, and I noticed that they were producing, and they had a good group, a reggae force, and I was also friends with Alina Reid, his wife, and so I contacted them both and said, look, I got this great song that we got to record. It's called Hold On To The Love We Got, and let's just split it 50-50, and if we can get other artists to do some rhythms on it, other artists to do some songs in the rhythm, that'd be cool. And he said, yeah, man, no problem, we're going to work on it, and then we'll do the paperwork later. We still haven't done the paperwork. I've been waiting on the paperwork from Alina for a while. I said, I'm going to deal with it. I guess the thing is so out of the box that it's difficult to come up with the right type of paperwork for it. But anyway, no problem. I digress. But lo and behold, they sent back this production. I sent them the song, and they liked the song, and they sent back this production. It was like, wow, it was cool. So I put some tracks on it, and then after a while, I went to America. My wife helped me out, and we sent Erica Newell a fee to do some backing vocals on it. Erica Newell is singing with Ziggy Marley, and she did it, and it sounds so cool. And it's like, wow, great. So now we got these new school wailers on this track, and it was one of the songs in the collection of songs that I called Restoration, and then I really waited. I still haven't put it out, and I'm about to put it out. We will put it out in Jamaica as well. So now I thought, what about the rest of the songs? And then I heard Aston was saying that the Wailers are back together. So I thought to myself, let me just quickly put together some quick demos of the rest of the songs, and then let me work with Majiba this time and say, because I've got a special role for her, since her father is the founder of our beat, in honor of Count Ozzy. Let me work through her and make she be the one who's going to be the glue that brings us all together, since the Nabingi is what brings us together. And she's a smart businesswoman too. And so I said, look, you'll get the 50%, and the rest of the Wailers will be sharing 50% of all the other songs, because you're a cool mom and you got plenty of things to do as a mom. And the rest of them, really, I'm just going to give them those songs because they were hard done by after Bob. You know what I'm saying? When Bob passed, it's like, what? I see Family Man touring all the while. I'm saying, man should be resting. Man should be resting and getting his big billion dollar pension, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. So I said, nah, man, let's do this thing right. Let's just have some respect for I&I elders, because it's the Rastafari creed. We must take care of all of I&I, from the old elderly, the youths, and everybody. That's I&I as Rasta, so we must bring this in. So at the same time, we readjust the business model so that it can work for everybody, and so that the millions can stay within I&I community, and we can get on with what Rasta's supposed to do. That's basically the idea of restoration. So that's my sister right there, and she's taking care. At the moment, she'll be listening to those tracks, and she's allowed to modify them and come with ideas. And the rest of the band is also allowed to modify and come up with ideas, and basically just put it out as a Wailers album, and it belongs to the Wailers, I don't think I want to take the credit for writing the songs, but I'm not taking the money that comes out of it. Basically, I just want officially. So that means that I'm gonna make a contract that basically signs away, now gives them access to the money that comes out of it. But I want to keep, for the record, I want to keep the fact that it is me who wrote the songs. I wrote the songs, as a songwriter for my CV. But all the money will go to be split amongst those people for making this thing a reality between the Whalers and Mojiba, whatever she's going to be doing. So that's basically the story of Restoration. Okay, that's another album that we're dealing with. But look out for the single that's almost ready out there. Got some, it's in demo version. It's Hold On to the Love You Got, and that's us, Cool Mom Records, on the move. See, one love, Rastafari.